Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the hillside. So, for those of you who live in a non-tropical climate, there are often times that we want to have that tropical feel in the garden. And the way I found it best in my Zone 6B, 7A uh, growing conditions, uh, Canna lilies. Okay, so Canna lilies, while not technically a lily, are actually more related to the ginger family. And if you look at the foliage on these leaves, right away, they're going to remind you of bananas, okay? And that's because bananas are actually in the ginger family. And they're also not trees anyways, but that's another story. But just look at this. This is a dwarf variety. I don't know the exact name, but it's only about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. So there are smaller versions you can use for your garden. There's also the ones that get very tall, we're probably more familiar with, that I will show you here in a little bit. But as a rhizome, they are going to grow, they're going to spread, as this was just one plant last year, and you can see how many different plants have actually been produced by just one season. And moving over here, this really awesome orange color. I really like that one a lot. This one is probably only a foot tall at this point. I don't know what's wrong with this one. It's dwarf, but it's not supposed to be that dwarf. But anyways, adding canna lilies to your property or to your landscaping will actually add that instant, tropical feel. Okay, so let me show you one of my more favorite ones that are actually much, much larger. All right, so just check out this dark purple foliage. It says the sunlight's shining through early this morning here. Look how cool that is, right? So I can always tell people, get up close and personal with your plants, because from far away, they're still gonna look beautiful, but you're gonna miss out on little nuances like this that make these things just so special. But I mean, this foliage is, this plant's at least 7 feet tall, if already. And these flowers here are just pumping out, and pumping out. Here's a better up close view of this one here. See how cool that is? Look inside those flowers. Aren't that beautiful? Exactly. So get up and close personal with your plants. You're going to be amazed what you can see. So anyways, the recommended advice is that you're supposed to dig these up every year if you're in a colder climate, as the cold will kill them. I have yet to dig mine up. One year we had a super bad winter, had some really cold weather, and it killed most of my stuff back to maybe one or two of the eyes of these rhizomes survived. This patch especially was down to, I think, 2 or 3 stalks maybe about 3 years ago. And as you can tell, this is just little thick jungle of just awesome tropical looking foliage with flowers everywhere. The hummingbirds absolutely love these flowers. There are different shapes of the different flowers, and like I said, this is the one here like I just showed you, and I'll show you some different types of flowers that these guys will come with, as they are not all created equal. Okay, so there's always going to be something you can find that's going to fit your eye, that's going to fit into your landscaping, whether this is against a larger border, so it can get as tall and as big as it wants to, and that's just fine filling in this whole area. Whereas I just showed you some of the dwarf varieties that can fit even in a container, if that's what you want to do, if that's all you have available. All right, so let me show you a couple different varieties and some other different styles of flowers that you can actually choose from when selecting some canna lilies to add that tropical flair to maybe your temperate or cold weather backyard or landscape. Okay, and another variety of the flower shape is, and some of these are past their prime, so they're naturally going to start falling off. This different type of flower arrangement. So this is more of a compact plant. These are in about the 3-foot range again, with that really nice kind of tropical feel to it. It's kind of interplanted here with some gladiolus, so it does well in a very mixed borders. It's kind of naturalizing and just fitting in with the overall thing, which I think is a little bit better. I don't think it stands as a very like a standalone flower where it's going to be just like its border on itself. I think it does well in a mixed border, just like this. So there you go. This is down by the road. So as soon as you drive up the road, this is what you're going to see in front of my house. But yeah, it's just kind of mixed in with the other flowers. It does blend in quite well, and I think it does quite well with this dwarf variety that I did have here. And the story on this, I'll give you a little backstory, is I was actually out running one day down the city street, and then right in the median kind of area, the city had planted a giant patch of just flowers and cannas and stuff. And I saw, this is probably in August. They had some ripe seed pods. And I just kind of was running by and just kind of grabbed a handful of seeds, threw it in my little pocket, and just kind of ran off. So that's how the story is, how I came to acquire this variety. So think of that as you will. But anyhow, growing cannas from seed is not that difficult if you do know some of the stuff some of the tricks you're going to need to get these guys just to germinate, which can be a bit difficult for first time or novice gardeners. But if you're interested in that kind of thing, I can show you the demonstration video on how to plant cannas from seed. So if you do, please leave a comment down below, drop some questions, and I'll be happy to answer how to grow from seed. So let me show you the last variety of cannas I have growing over here, and we'll wrap this video up. Okay, so this is the last variety I have growing. This is the red, just standard Canna Lily you probably think of when you think of cannas. Once again, a different flower shape. Now this one I believe is edible. Don't quote me on that. The flowers and I guess the young shoots that come off of them, maybe a survival type crop. I don't know if you'd want to just deliberately go around eating this, but that's neither here nor there. But once again, check out the nice lush foliage with the contrasting red flowers. And this variety especially is very, very attractive to hummingbirds. I had one just a minute ago I could not get a good shot on, as every time I got close it would scare it off. But this is my favorite place. It's just right outside my front porch, so I can sit here in the evenings and watch hummingbirds just always coming and going. So if you're a hummingbird fan like I am, you definitely want to consider growing some Canna Lilies. Not only does it give you that tropical kind of feel, it does wonders for like the pollinators. There's butterflies, there's hummingbirds, there's all kinds of stuff on these plants all the time. And one last comment on site selection. As I said, this is off my front porch, so the overhang from the roof, the water just pours off from the roof right into this exact spot. So these guys can basically grow almost in standing water. They're a 100% tropical plant. Okay, so they're going to love the heat, the humidity. They don't like being dried out at all, so err on the side of more moisture. So if you have a spot that gets probably not as good a drainage, you need a lot of excess moisture. Some plants may not do well in that situation. Canna lilies are going to be a go-to for that. So I hope you did enjoy this and get something out of it. Hopefully your summer gardening is doing well. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you found this video interesting and helpful. All right, guys, hope you like cannas as much as I do. Until next time from the hillside, you guys take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.